everyone, it's me. So it's Wednesday and I was originally going to do a day in the life video today, but as any daily vlogger will tell you, those are so much work. And I honestly was kind of lazy, didn't want to put in all of the effort for a day in the life today. So instead, I'm going to talk about living in South Florida, the pros and the cons. For those of you that don't know, yes, we live in South Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, us. Like, we live South Florida, almost as south as you can possibly go. That's where we're located. Okay, so I'll start with the pros of living in South Florida. It's sunny all year round, except for when it's raining, which is like 80% of the time. But we don't have like extreme seasons, like extreme cold. I mean, we do get extremely hot. We get, where we are, we get down into the hundreds in the summers, and it's humid heat, so it's like, ugh. But we don't have to battle with the extreme cold and the snow and the ice and all that fun stuff. You're always relatively close to the beach. You get to grow up near the beach, and you can swim all year round in a pool at the beach. There's pretty much year-round swimming available for you, so you can really learn how to swim at any point in time. You don't have to like wait for summer to teach your children how to swim. You can just throw them in the pool at any point in time and learn how to swim. Everything is like a grid. So all the streets are like set up like this, basically, like boom, 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 like nice and checkered, boarded. So if you say, I'm on the corner of this and that, you're not like, well, where's that again? It's like, well, this street runs for 20 miles and this street, you know, everything is really easy to find. It's in a grid, except for Hialeah. Don't go to Hialeah. You will get lost as a mother. Like, you will just be completely lost. It's totally like down there. So don't go there if you don't want to get lost. But for the most part, everything's set up like a grid, city pattern. It's really nice, and everything's flat. So there's not like mountains and stuff that you have to drive through or under or around or however you travel in the mountains. You don't have to do any of that here. It's just a straight shot, it's flat, easy driving. It's another pro is that it's a pretty nice ethnic and cultural mixing pot, because people from all over the place live here. You know, you've got the best of pretty much all worlds, and you know, as far as like restaurants and, you know, boutiques and everything, you just have a very wide variety to choose from, and it's all authentic. It's not like Tex-Mex. No offense to people who like Tex-Mex. We have like real authentic Mexican and Hispanic restaurants here, and it's amazing. So you have like a nice blend of many cultures coming together in South Florida. It's basically a big melting pot, which is really cool. Are there any more pros living in South Florida? Number one, it's sunny all year round except for when it's raining, which is like 80% of the time. We don't get seasons. It's literally like the same season all year round. Summer, good, humid, hot, muggy summer, and it rains all the time. And sometimes it's raining while it's sunny out, and it's like, what even is this? Come on now. You know, it would be nice to even have a little bit of seasons, like, oh hey, the leaves are changing color, and oh hey, maybe it's like 60 degrees, you know, 50, 60 degrees even for like 2 or 3 months. That's our winter. No, we're like 80 degrees until we hit like 3 days in January where it's like, ooh, it's 40, we can wear sweatshirts, and then boom, back to 80 again. We get no winter, we get no fall. It's just hot and humid all year round, and it sucks. Another con, this is like a retirement state, so a lot of old people live here, which personally for me, old people can be really sweet, but they also can be really cranky and kind of vicious. I don't know if you've ever seen like a cranky old person with nothing better to do but whine and complain about everything. But I deal with them every day at work. That's my job. I deal with old people. Well, not specifically old people, but the majority of our customers are old people because we live in an area where a lot of people come to retire. Also, they don't know how to drive. Sorry, but old people aren't that great on the road. I swear, they should just take the bus or have community shuttles or something, because really the way they drive, it terrifies me. And my grandpa is a horrible driver. Like, he lives they live like 15 minutes from us. They're moving 2 minutes from us. Like they're moving to the assisted living community, which is literally right next to where we live. So they'll be really close. So they won't have to drive, thank the gods. Oh my goodness. They drive like maniacs. I don't know. It's like they become old and they get some sticker that says, I no longer have to drive safely or abide by the speed limit or turn on my turn signal before cutting other people off. It's crazy. The driving just in general down here sucks, but the old people driving is obscene. There's a lot of gangs down here, believe it or not. There's a lot of like community activity, a lot of violence. In our particular area, like in our little city, the crime rate isn't so high, but you move immediately out of our little borough and the crime rate is unbelievable. I mean, there's like stabbings and shootings on the daily. I mean, you're always hearing about it on the news. It's a really rough area to live. If you want to live in like a nice quiet community, this is not it. There's never really a view because there's no mountains or anything. It's all just flat. So there's never really anything to look at. If you don't like palm trees, don't move here because there's palm trees everywhere and they are ridiculous. Let me tell you, they're crazy. There's palm trees like everywhere. You can't avoid them. There's just palm trees. I guess overall, do I like living in South Florida? Not particularly. I grew up here. I'm fine here, I guess. But I would love to get out of South Florida. I would love to live somewhere that doesn't get like extreme seasons. So not like Michigan or somewhere where it like gets buried in snow every year or whatever. But I would like to live somewhere with moderate seasons, like maybe North Carolina or Tennessee or somewhere like that. I'm not really good with geography. Comment below and tell me your favorite place to live. What is your place to live? And if you don't live there now, what's your dream place to live? I always kind of wanted to live in Hawaii, but then I was like, the climate is basically the same thing as South Florida, except it's on an island. And I have a couple of ex-boyfriends that live in Hawaii. Like, not even just one. I have a couple of exes that live on Hawaii. So that's probably out of the question. I don't want to move there anymore. I still do in my heart of hearts. I would love vacation, probably. Vacation sounds good. But living, I don't know. I want to go somewhere with moderate climate, but has some seasons and maybe some mountains and a little bit of a quieter lifestyle, a little bit more laid back than the South Florida in-your-face city, boom, you know, I always wanted to live in New York. So it's either a community like that or in New York. One of those would be my dreams. So comment below, tell me what your dream place to live is and if you live there now and what you like and what you don't like about the places you live now. I love feedback from you guys. So let's talk. Tell me what you love about where you live and what you hate, if there is anything that you hate. If you live in like perfect land, I hate you, basically. So yeah, this has been a really kind of pointless vlog about living in South Florida. I hope you gathered some useful information from it. But yeah, I'm basically the whitest South Floridian there is, in case you haven't noticed. I'm incredibly pale, so I don't really get outside much because of work, and then when I'm home, I just stay home. I don't really go out much, so kind of pale for a South Floridian, but you know, I really am from South Florida, I promise. I know I don't really look it, but I am, I promise, from South Florida. Yeah. So, anyway, thank you all for putting up with this video and for watching. I will see you all next time. Bye.